Right,
I'm a
Scott,
publication on the store shelves I used to reside.
Right.
We're drawing. Mad
Magazine
tonight.
tonight.
Mad
Magazine
magazine
tonight.
tonight. Mad magazine tonight.
All right. Yeah. So Mad Magazine.
Okay.
Okay. John, if you go over to the right, you see where it says banners
Yeah.
and brand. Click on brand.
Brand. Oh, brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brand. And you see where it says the Comic Jam Drink and Draw template? That's the graphic that's up right now. If you click on that, it'll go away.
Oh, okay. So just hide it.
Yay.
There you
go. Yay.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
So we're just doing a little on-the-job training. So, Mad Magazine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been around since, well, it's not around anymore. Well, that's not technically true. It is still around, but it's only electronic unless you subscribe.
They have specials that come out though, which are like reprints.
Right, and that's they don't make any real new content, but they do collections.
I'm not sure. I mean, because I'm hearing mixed.
The collections may have like some new stuff, but there's no like new magazines. There's collections with maybe some new stuff sprinkled in. So I want to say 2018 was when it died, or
that's what it says. June 2018.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to say it started in 52, so it would have been like
1952. Yeah, 1952 of October, November.
Yeah, it would have been 70 last year. I'm going to hazard a guess that all of you have at least read an issue at some point in your life.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's one of the things. It's kind of ubiquitous. Like most people know about Mad Magazine. You know, even if they weren't comic book readers, you know, they saw it on the shelves and read it at a friend's house or something. It's just been around. It's like something just lurking in the background that people know about.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the whole thing, though. It's like people don't think of it as a comic book. It's a magazine, right?
Right. I think it started off in like a more comic book format in the
yeah, book. It was.
And then, you know, like I put in the teaser for this is like some of the names in there. Just, you know, you got Sergio Aragones and Mort Drucker. Mort Drucker just passed away in 2020, so
that's a shame. Yeah.
Who else there? Don Martin.
Sergio Aragones, Jack Davis. Paul Coker. We had a lot of people, a lot of parody, a lot of stuff, and then even that there was even a lot of people contributing as well. But yeah,
and Sergio's still going.
Sergio's still going.
Yeah. Sergio, if you don't know, also does Gru and
Gru the Wanderer.
Gru the Wanderer. I'm not sure who else is still going though. Is Don Martin still alive? You know?
I know. I believe he passed away.
Okay. Pretty sure Jack Davis is gone.
Yeah.
That's the thing. A lot of the artists I knew, you know, I think, you know, and I want to say like a lot of comic artists worked on it too. I think did the Severns do some?
Yeah, John Severin.
Yeah. Al Jaffee is still around.
Yeah, Al Jaffee's still alive.
Al Jaffee, he did the fold-ins. That was his thing.
Right, fold-ins. And see, that's another thing. Like people may not know, you know, any of the stories that they read, but they all remember the fold-ins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or doing a fold-in. I may not remember the gags in the fold-ins, but. I didn't get a go live notice. Go to Comic Jam. Trying to make sure I see any comments that pop up on the Comic Jam side.
Mm-hmm.
Set up live video.
But yeah, no, I remember seeing a lot of the parodies. Like, what was the Batman parody? Was it Batboy and Ruben?
Yeah,
And they actually animated that on the, was it the Brave and the Bold?
Yeah,
Brave and the Bold.
right.
So
Jerry Lewis is.
yeah, pretty real funny stuff. And then I don't know, yeah, there was just some real classic stuff that Mort Drucker did the great. You know, he always did like the movie parodies, and it was amazing because I got to meet him at San Diego Comic-Con, and we asked him, it's like, you know, like how did you work it? You know, because back then there was no computers or anything, and basically I guess he just had like maybe like 3 or 4 I guess photos, like, you know, publicity photos, and he had to go from that, and then he made the whole story out of that based on the script that he was given. And I was just like, it's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what to draw.
Well, I mean, I'm doing Spy versus Spy.
You say, should we all do an Alfred?
Yeah, Alfred E. Newman. That was the.
I was tempted, but I'm looking at references now, trying to find stuff. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I'm not saying anything against anybody doing Alfred E. Newman. I don't know if I can do it. Maybe.
There you go.
Pretty good. I have faith in you.
Good in your style.
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing with the covers, right? It was Alfred E. Newman on the cover.
Yeah, on the covers.
Yeah. Spy versus Spy. Did you guys have a favorite? The black spy or the white spy?
The black spy.
I rooted for the bomb.
The bomb. Well, it's very interesting how later on he introduced like a woman in a gray outfit, and she was kind of neutral and kind of like double crossed both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Spy versus Spy always fascinated me because there was like no dialogue, and you really didn't need the dialogue. I mean, it just kind of told the story. I think when Prohias, is that how you pronounce his name? When he passed away, I guess they had a graffiti artist take over for a while for Mad Magazine. Was it Cooper? And he kind of like kept the tradition. Did you guys ever watch the TV show?
Yeah,
TV.
I like
Mad
that.
TV.
Mad TV, because several of the comedians got their start on there. They brought it back a couple times, like they tried to do it like for like a kid show kind of thing on Cartoon Network.
Mad TV.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that one. I did see the old.
It was very watered down.
I did see the old primetime TV show. Yeah.
Yeah, the primetime TV and the animated sequences were great, where they actually animated like Don Martin's gags and Spy versus Spy. Yeah, I love that little theme song that they had playing in the background. I think you could still see it on YouTube.
It's just Mad is like something like I don't specifically think of it as for kids.
Oh no, it wasn't.
I like it, and I think like kids can probably read it.
Yeah.
But I always thought of it more for just like maybe like just juvenile delinquents. I don't know.
Kind of.
Because it had a lot of social commentary, you know. And
oh yeah, there was a ton of them.
It was subversive. I think that's why one of the reasons I turned out the way I did. How did you guys get your first Mad? Do you remember?
I think I just
had
it.
I'm pretty sure I got one. I had to go to the hospital when I was young. And I don't remember how long I stayed in the hospital, but I was in the hospital for like a few days. And I think somebody gave me a Mad magazine. And that's probably the first time I got a Mad magazine.
I was I want to say I was maybe 10, around 10 years old, and we went to visit one of my mom's brothers in California. And in the garage, they had like a box of Mad magazines nobody wanted, so I got to take them home with me.
There you go.
That was my introduction to Mad. Is like,
Yeah. My sisters were older than me, so they collected a lot of stuff, and they've already had like issues of Mad magazine. So I read that, and they also had like book collections already of like Spy versus Spy, and there's also Don Martin also did a comic called Captain Klutz.
right.
And then so that was my introduction to a lot of Don Martin stuff.
I always liked the Mad's snappy answers to stupid questions.
Oh yeah.
And I used to get those. Like I would find those books in the library.
Uh-huh.
I would read those.
And that explains a lot, Drew.
Got the sass going on there.
I always liked them. I always thought they were really funny.
Like you said, it explains a lot.
I remember later on there was another magazine which tried to counter that, was a crack magazine.
Yep.
And Don Martin went over to that one.
And so did John Severn.
That's right.
Yeah. And this guy Mort Todd did a lot of work on Cracked, and he had brought over the alternative cartoonist Daniel Klaus.
Oh, there you go.
Some of his earliest stuff was on Cracked. He would do. It was a story that was like a comic that was in Cracked called The Ugly Family, and Dan Klaus used to draw that.
Let's see. He's got like a red lace, old school tie.
Oh, I messed this up. It's okay. But yeah, Sergio is great how he used to do all the, not only like the things in the margins, but he used to kind of like have his own section as well, like for whatever topic it was, like The Incredibles or any topic you could think of. Sergio also used to do those little bits on, was it America's? Not America's Funniest Videos. It was was it the bloopers? TV
bloopers and TV's bloopers and practical jokes.
Yeah, with Dick Clark and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to watch that.
Yeah. But. I remember, speaking of Alfred E. Newman and all that, there was I used to follow Peanuts for a long time, and there was a episode where it was like it went on for several weeks, where Charlie Brown, he gets a rash, and he looks up in the sky and he sees, instead of the sun, he sees a baseball. And then he gets this rash on his head that makes his, the back of his head look like a baseball. So it looks like the stitching of a baseball. And so they kind of concluded that, maybe you should go to this camp and, try to relax and not think about baseball and things like that. And along the way, what happened was he wants to hide the rash. So he puts this paper bag over his head. And so it's kind of like the whole Spider-Man thing where he puts the bag over his head kind of thing.
But isn't he like the cool kid when he's got the bag on his head?
Yeah. Yeah, so they call him Sack because they don't really know what he is. They just call him Mr. Sack, or he becomes the camp president and everything. And I guess he never takes the bag off because he's the cool kid with it on. And finally, I guess the rash goes away and he takes it off, and then the kids kind of like get surprised, like, oh, he's our leader. And I never forget this. It was like the final punchline of this was he looks to see what the sun looks like, and it's Alfred E. Newman. And I was thinking, like, wow, what a stretch, to do that. And I'm sure you could probably look it up and find it, but it was very odd to see Charlie Brown, Alfred E. Newman in the same, panel. So,
Well, so like the likeness of Alfred E. Newman, that was something that had been used before, right? That was from like political cartoons back in the.
I'm curious why they chose that as his mascot. I mean, like, who is Alfred E. Newman, or did they just make it up, or what's his story?
There's likenesses of Alfred E. Newman back like pre 1900,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean that's way before Mad Magazine. Even the whole "what me worry" thing.
Yeah.
That was what was usually on the likenesses before, and I'm looking back at some of them, and like these are like really old pictures. So I'm guessing it was public domain, and Bill Gaines just said like let's use that.
Well, according to this, it says like Newman's appearance was inspired by an illustrated postcard spotted by Mad's founder Harvey Kurtzman in the early 1950s.
Yeah, but I mean it's even older than that.
I'm sure. Yeah.
How you doing? Got a lot quiet. Is Drew frozen? Or is
Nope.
he just not moving?
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm still.
He's very
like
still. He's in
Sorry.
ninja mode.
Oh, I heard somebody come in. Did I?
Is that Ron?
Yeah, you want to add Ron?
I will
John?
add Ron.
All right.
Is
there
that
you
Ron?
Ron.
go. Hi, Ron.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What? We're doing Mad Magazine, Ron. Did you have Mad growing up?
Yep.
Well, how did you obtain yours? Did you buy it yourself, or? I mean, how did you discover Mad Magazine? You just saw it on the rack and said, "I want that."
Kind of. We're at remember Walden's book, or what is that? The Honolulu bookstore or book company, or
Honolulu Bookshop. Wow.
Honolulu.
Yeah, I remember that.
we would just read the stories and the funnies.
Yep.
But I always thought the illustrations in Cracked were better.
Well, Cracked had some
Jared.
good stuff, and they had Cracked had what's his name, Bill Ward, who did that Nanny Dickering,
Oh, Nanny Dickering. Yeah, I liked her. Yeah.
and those were great.
Yeah.
But Severin, I always liked John Severin. I always liked his
Yeah,
drawing.
he was a good character too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I obviously like Jack Davis and Mort
Mm-hmm.
Drucker.
Yeah. Don Martin. I love Don Martin.
My nephew Jim loves Don Martin. You know. So I'd be drawing like comic book stuff, and he'd be drawing Don Martin stuff.
Oh man, I mean, the way he did his hands and feet, it was just amazing, and the sound effects that he would do, it's just
Sprawling.
spraying, kaflooey. Well, let's see. Here's a list of some of the artists who contributed to man. Don Martin, Mort Drucker, Sergio Aragones, Al Jaffee, Jack Davis, Harvey Kurtzman. Oh, Dave Berg. I used to like Dave Berg's work.
Yeah, Dave Berg. He did the lighter side.
The lighter side, yeah. I always liked his
Jack
art.
Davis did a lot of the movie parodies and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bob Clark, Jack Rickard, Wally Wood.
Oh, yeah, Wally Wood.
Wally Wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wally Wood from 19. Yeah.
Wally Wood
Sam
drew.
Piano.
He drew the Bat Boy and Reuben.
I think that was him. Yeah. Jerry Gersten. Al Feldstein.
Yep.
Antonio Prohies, who did Spy versus Spy. Tom Richmond is the current. Well, he was the more later characterist who took over for like Mort Drucker. John Severin, Will Elder.
Elder. That name sounds familiar to me.
Will Elder?
Yeah, Will Elder sounds familiar. I'm trying to, but I can't picture his stuff.
I think his stuff was more like, it was a little bit more painterly stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, didn't Will Elder work on the Little Annie Fanny?
Yeah,
and
Little
Playboy?
Annie Fanny. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why I know the name.
yeah.
I was gonna say the name sounds familiar. It's like, why does that name sound familiar?
Jor Orlando.
Who would later go on to DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joe Orlando. Not
Well,
to be
Bill
confused with Tony,
Morrison was on it for a while.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's amazing though. How long they lasted, and like you said, people know them for for various things. I told myself that I wanted to try to see if I could get into like doing Mad Magazine, but never got around to it.
I think you would
Too
be a
late
good
now.
fit.
Too late now.
Why is it too late?
Because they don't exist.
Yeah.
That's kind of a
Well,
setback.
then resurrect it. Live your
I think they
dream.
tried, but I think everything going on with DC right now, it's a little bit askew, It's fine.
Really? They don't make Mad Magazine anymore?
They put out like John and I were in Walmart the other day, and they had like a best of like collection there.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like reprints.
But I think I think Michael said they've gone to pretty much an online model now.
Oh well.
Jack Davis is a cartoonist I really like a lot, and it's like
such a great stuff.
I think like anything from like Tales from the Crypt to like the Western comics or like war comics that EC used to put out to like Mad, he could pretty much do anything.
I think I'm pretty sure he's the one that did the Odd Couple parody, and for some reason that visual sticks in my head. And I'm pretty sure it was Jack Davis. And he also did a lot of movie posters, right?
Yeah. Animal House.
Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears.
They have a very distinct style.
I liked them.
Color in the hand.
I don't even remember. Was Spy versus Spy, even in the animated one, were they ever in color? Or they just kind of just kept them as black and white? Yeah.
I would hope they just kept it like.
Yeah. No, I just didn't know if to color them like skin color, like just leave them like black and white.
If anything, they just would have been like flat cell shaded. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't think they ever really did like full color.
Yeah.
Could be C10.
No, Prohias who did Spy vs. Spy. He was Cuban, right? Is that right?
I don't know.
Oh.
It doesn't sound like a Spanish last name to me.
Hmm.
That sounds like Romanian or Eastern European or something, but maybe.
What was the last name?
Prohias? Prohias?
Huh.
It's funny because about the same time that we got like Mad Magazine. I remember my sister used to have Plop. You remember that comic?
That was a DC comic.
Yeah. Sergio did a lot of work in that one too.
Yeah.
Marvel was not Brand X.
And Not Brand X was their parody comic.
They also had Crazy. Crazy was the one that Marvel did as a black and white magazine.
Oh, didn't you get a couple of those? Didn't you pick up some?
No, I had the when we were at Choice, I picked up when the Underground comics that Marvel put out.
Oh, okay.
Like they had hired they had Trina Robbins and like Dennis Kitchen and what's the cartoonist who did that comic, Wendell?
Wendell. Can't think of it right now.
Yeah. Anyway, they had a lot of like underground guys working on it.
That's cool.
It's called the Comics Book, like comics with an X and then book.
Oh.
Trina's stuff in it is really good.
Trina always does amazing stuff.
I don't know. I always feel like people kind of sleep on her. Like they don't.
Mm-hmm.
I think like when people talk about like underground comics, everybody always remembers like Spain Rodriguez and like R. Crumb and Kim Deitch and stuff. But I feel like a lot of people tend to sleep on Trina.
That's why it's up to people like you to keep the name alive.
That's right, man. I mean, honestly, that's how I learned about a lot of the artists is from like you, man.
I think you knew them. You just might not have known their names, but you probably saw their stuff.
Well, I was more comic strips than comic books, so I feel like I'm catching up with everybody else.
Eep. 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 Scott is doing his Spot from Usagi Yojimbo impression.
Oh, spot. This year the rabbit.
I'm surprised I haven't seen more stuff with Usagi for Year of the Rabbit.
Oh, I've seen quite a bit. I guess because I'm part of that Usagi group.
Well, that's probably why.
Yeah, but I guess every month he's gonna have like some kind of a special thing coming out. Like I think for January was like a calendar that he did. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And then I guess he's been like announcing it slowly, all the different stuff.
Well, it's just seems right for him to like capitalize on this being the year of the rabbit, right?
Oh yeah.
Like it would be a real missed marketing opportunity if he didn't. I don't think Stan's that absent-minded.
I keep hoping that Cartoons Kayfabe will interview Stan at some point.
Yeah.
Have
That'd be good.
you asked him?
I should. I will.
I brought it up to Stan, but I don't know. I mean, I just kind of just threw it out there. I didn't really like follow up or anything.
They just interviewed Peter Laird.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I saw it on the online.
It was good. There's not a lot of stuff with him, like
And it was a long form interview too, right?
yeah, it's like 2 hours.
So I haven't got a chance to sit down and I haven't made a chance to sit down and watch it, but I did notice it.
And they also just today did a page-by-page walkthrough of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 with Peter Laird. Just, asking him about it and any recollections he had.
Something just came out today. Was it the last Ronin, I guess?
The
Like
collection.
kind of a special. Some kind of a special. I know Kevin Eastman did a cover on one of them. I think like 4 different covers.
It's pronounced Ronin.
The Ronin.
The Ronin.
I liked that comic. I liked it.
Yeah. Are we trying not to be racist? Is that what's going on?
I saw that skit from Key and Peele again. Mr. Garvey.
Is that the Aaron one?
Yeah.
D nice.
Be lucky. Is there a be lucky here? You mean Blake?
Boy, don't you play with me.
Fantasy.
All right, I think I managed to do an Alfred E. Newman without doing Alfred E. Newman. I don't know.
Cool.
I looked at one of the front on shots and then tried to rotate it in my head. I'm not sure if I succeeded.
That's cool.
That's Ricky.
Oops. There it's that.
You ever played that Spy versus Spy video game?
No.
Which one? There's been a few.
Well, the main one I remember was like on the old computers, like the Commodore 64 and stuff. and then they
I never
re-released
understood
it on top of the on the on the iOS systems.
Yeah.
Commodore
That's the one that you supposed to have
60.
two players and you're supposed to kind of sabotage traps and stuff
Yeah.
and try to get the plans and get
Yeah.
away on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I had it on my Apple IIe and I never understood what you were supposed to do. It's like you blow up and like, oh, okay, that's it. What?
There's like 4 things you're supposed to try to gather
Yeah.
by looking around, and then at the same time too, you can booby trap the places to look, right, so that when the other guy goes there, he loses whatever pieces he has, and you can pick them up. But then they also give you stuff to disarm all that,
Freckles a bit more prominent now. What do you think? You buy that as Alfred?
Yeah. He's got the gap in his teeth and
Beers.
there you go. It's Jimmy Olsen.
Your man's pal, Jimmy Olsen, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there, I did an Alfred.
I guess I'm always used to seeing him like front view.
Yeah, mostly. I mean, there's a few that are, but that's why I try to mentally turn it. All right, now what? Let's do some Don Martin stuff. We're doing on time, John.
Huh?
We're doing on time.
7:38 right now. So I don't even know where all my issues went.
I'm going to copy the one where the fish is getting thrown at the person's face.
Huh?
The Don Martin
Oh,
guy getting hit in the face with a fish. Split up. The guy getting poked by a towel rod with stoink. And then boxer, using his opponent like a speed bag.
oh, like
Bookada, back at it, back at it, bookada, back at it, back at it.
that's funny.
I'm sure I won't do Don Martin justice.
So I guess Chris Claremont got his start due to Al Jaffee.
Oh, really?
I guess Al Jaffee was like a friend of the family. And when Claremont was in college, he had to do an internship, like one of the requirements for one of his classes. He had to find an internship. And he didn't really know for sure what he wanted to do. So he ends up calling Al Jaffee up and was basically like, I need to do an internship for school and, can I come work with you? And Jaffee was like, you want to work here? He was like, no. And he was like, no, you can't come here. And but here, call this number and see if they can find something for you. And so Jaffee gives him this number and Claremont calls it, and it was Marvel.
Oh.
and somehow he managed to cold call Stan Lee, and he was basically like, I'm looking to do an internship, and Stan Lee was like, okay.
Well, and the rest is history. Very
So,
neat.
but it's all because Al Jaffee had Stan Lee's phone number.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was the thing that they used to say too, like like when you joined like the NCS, the National Cartoon Society, was like, I guess like back then they used to have like this, I guess, this phone directory of like everybody's phone numbers and stuff like that. I imagine they don't do that anymore, but I guess that was one of the perks of being in the NCS. But, and I would love for Sergio Aragones to come down here, but I don't know if he can travel that much anymore. Sansei said, like, I guess when they went to England a couple years ago, he got really sick, so he doesn't travel as much. Yeah, so far I guess a lot of voice actors for Kawaii Khan is being announced.
Yeah, they're good about that. I don't know any of those people though. It's like,
I kind of don't know that much either because I usually don't watch like a lot of dub stuff. But yeah, Pokemon I know, but that's about it.
It's at the end of April?
March, April.
End of March.
Oh,
End of March, beginning of April. Yeah.
Okay.
God, Don Martin's hands.
Huh?
Don Martin's hands. They don't make any sense, but they look cool.
Oh yeah. I love when his feet used to always like fold.
Yeah. The weird angles.
Like, yeah, it's hilarious. I wonder how much it used to get censored over there.
What, I'm mad?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it seemed like they could kind of get away with everything, but I'm sure there's some stuff they could, print and not print. I'm sure they couldn't swear back then, but
I mean, there was one that the strip that they ran, I think this was in the 60s or 70s. I can't remember when they did it, but it was like, they were looking at like racism, and they had like, I mean, it was ridiculous. Like there was like a picture of like a little black girl that was just trying to go to school, and it was like, they had it was like, this is a terrorist, I'm like,
oh yeah,
it was like, and or there was just like, like I remember, like the sentence is 3 years of swimming the Mississippi with 500 pounds of chains or whatever, like, and it was just like, it was real. Like, I couldn't believe they were, saying this stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't imagine that issue got a lot of circulation in the South at the time, but you know, but it's
Oh, boy.
pretty wild that they kind of went there with it, you know.
Yeah.
You find that it's the most popular issue among Klan members.
Well, I mean, you know, we always think like the South is where all that stuff is, but I bet there's probably more Klan members in like Michigan than there are in like Alabama.
Probably, huh? Because nobody would think about looking over there. Shoot, there could be Klan members like on the Big Island. Or,
Think so?
You know, in the southern part, like Pahoa, that area.
Golly, I never thought about that.
It's so isolated and yeah.
How many viewers we got today?
Look. 2. I think one of them's me, though.
Oh, okay. Yay. Some 48. How's everyone's images? Right? Getting there?
Yep, you ready to do a round? We'll trade you, John. Okay, so John, if you look in the lower right,
Yes.
where everybody's at, you see the in the preview window is the one that looks like a person, like an icon of a person.
Yeah.
That's how you bring
I
them
see.
up
So
to
solo
the
layout.
screen. Yep.
Okay, like this. So if I do
So
you,
there's me. So here's what
There's
I've
you.
got so far. Let's see. There's my Alfred E. Newman,
nice.
and I'm starting on Don Martin Schladap.
That's awesome. Oh, you really pegged it.
So, well, I'm copying
love
an
his-
image
yeah, his
basically.
hands.
but-
His hands are great. That's why I really admired, you know, like that. And you know, Mort Drucker had the same thing too, with the exaggeration of the fingers. And but this was interesting because Monkey Punch, who did Lupin the Third, he was inspired by James Bond and Mad Magazine. He loved all the art in it. So if you kind of look at like Lupin's hands and feet, they're very much like Mort Drucker's and you know, Don Martin's.
Yay.
All right, who's next?
Who's that? You got something yet, Andrew? No? Nope.
I'm gonna show you what I got so far.
Okay, here we go. Andrew's coming up. Oh, they're very nice. Nice.
You did do an Alfred.
I'm also
Yeah.
expecting like a kind of a superhero parody or something, you know? Like he's
All right.
ripping open his chest and doing something.
Scott, you ready?
Okay,
Bring Scott up
there you
now.
go. Bring Scott up. Ah, very nice. Okay, we're good. Spy
All
versus
right.
spy. Now
And then you can do yourself, John.
I will do myself. Here we go. So I did Spy versus Spy. And I started working on Alfred E. Newman.
Oh, in Hawaii. Got his foot in the shark. That's not good.
That's not good. But yeah, it's the what me worry thing. You know, it's almost like I guess nowadays the meme is that dog in the house with on fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
This is fine.
This is fine. That's kind of the equivalence of that now.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. All right.
So
Now
just
how do I
click-
set this back?
Click it back. Click on the same icon.
Which one? Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
And we're back. And we're back.
Ron, you don't have anything to show yet, right?
No, I'm not going to draw tonight.
Okay. No worries.
Why are you here, man?
For the company.
Well, the company, of course.
That's
You know.
true. The stories and the camaraderie.
The common writery.
The camaraderie. Yeah. Hey, was Ishinomori's birthday recently?
Today.
It is today, right? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Felipe posted something, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he passed away on Saturday.
What?
Wow, that's crazy.
How old was he?
I'm not sure. Ishinomori.
To the internet.
He was
You guys probably have faster connection than I do.
1938. Oh, 60.
60 only.
Yeah.
What? From 1938?
1938 to 1998.
Okay, wait.
Also sad.
He didn't pass away Saturday.
Oh, no. No,
That's
but
what That's why we're slowing
January
us off, Scott.
he passed away 3 days after his 60th birthday. So
There you go.
Yeah, that's the important info that I was missing there.
It's like,
And we
wait,
solved the mystery.
something doesn't add up.
Yeah. He's
That's-
a time traveler.
That's like Congressman George Santos math.
Oh boy. I guess I caught these sketches as my whatever Wednesday sketches for today. Although, yeah, I got to beef up my 4x4s for the con.
Ron, Alika posted something today. I guess it was a picture you did for him.
Oh,
like
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
When did you do that one?
A while ago.
Hmm.
Yeah, he commissioned me to do that. I'm like, okay. And I was like, sure. Who are they?
they're turtles in a half shell, and they're green.
Well, I was gonna do that for him anyway, and then he said, like, hey, you wanna
Want money for it?
I wanna do yeah, you want money for it? He said, like, oh, would you mind doing this? And I was like, oh yeah, well, I have this in mind. What do you think? He's like, yeah, that's fine.
That's cool. I did a couple commissions, and then nobody really said anything about it. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure they received it. It's just no one really said anything, so I don't want to post it yet.
Nah, I'll post it. See what they say.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll wait another week. If I don't hear anything, then I'll just post it. But usually I try to keep it on the wraps, just in case they didn't get it yet. But I'm pretty sure the post office said, it says that now they received it like a week ago. Tracking. Map tracker.
When you said tracking, I just imagined like the Indian going, many moves pass. 4 horses go this way.
Tonto.
There's Drew trying to get us canceled again. You were gonna say something?
No, I was trying to think of
How to get us uncanceled.
no, because you know how we need to set an occupation like tracker. I was trying to think of like one cartoon, and then I was trying to think of like. So if I say magician, what's the first magician you think of?
Mandrake.
Like, it could be
Satana.
Satana.
I was gonna say Doug Henning.
Doug Henning. Yeah, no.
Anything is possible
like Merlin,
in the world of
you know?
magic.
It's magic. No, because I'm working on this thing, and I'm just trying to think of like what like the first thing you think of when you say certain things. So, one was magician. So, I'll get to that.
Copperfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when
Blaine.
he had those...
What's the name? Blaine?
David Blaine.
Oh, David Blaine. Remember Copperfield used to have those big shows on TV?
Yeah, I used to watch those.
I used to like watching those magic shows.
When he made the Statue of Liberty disappear.
And that 747 and a whole bunch of other large things. Never did it in the day, though, did he?
Who's the other one who did that? Lance Burton.
Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller. There you go.
Yeah, Penn and Teller.
We saw them in Vegas. They were very entertaining.
Or who's the one?
The Amazing Jonathan.
Oh, he was funny.
What is the guy from that did shows in Waikiki when they used to have those ballroom shows or whatever?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Something and the magic of something.
Magic of Polynesia.
Yeah.
Polynesia. I remember doing that. I actually applied for a job there as a stagehand.
Oh,
So
really?
who is the magician?
I can't remember.
Wasn't it
Was
Jonathan?
Burton? Something Burton, I think. And
I thought it was a Japanese guy.
Yeah. John Hirokawa.
Yeah.
Someone's quick on the internet.
You ever?
Hey, Cap.
yeah, but he's got a robot, John.
He does have a robot.
Did you ever go to any of these shows? Anybody?
I went to one because when I applied, you had to watch the show.
Oh, is that mandatory?
Was he any good?
It was entertaining. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't end up working there, so.
Did he do anything spectacular or
No, it was a standard,
memorable?
pretty routine magic show. It's like,
Okay.
Standard magic.
It was mildly astounding.
there's the take your medicine. Time to take your medicine.
Oh, it's the medicine song.
Oh, my antipsychotic medicine. Where is it?
Only for aunties.
They taste just like Skittles.
Tastes like chicken. I'm sucking up all my ink again.
We need to start figuring out next month's schedule too. Do we have anything that you want to cover? I know Drew had said something about 80s fantasy movies.
Yeah.
I thought that was a given already that you guys are doing that one.
Yeah, we haven't formalized the schedule though.
Oh, okay.
Let's
Crawl.
formalize it.
Yeah, John. It's not formalized. Hold on.
So that one's in.
Sure.
Yes.
Any preference on day there, Drew?
Wednesday.
I mean, which Wednesday?
Yes.
Does it
The
matter?
Wednesday
Are
that
here
you
for all
won't be
of them?
like late for work.
Wednesday in February.
Any of them.
Okay.
You want to
just
do it
making
the
sure.
first
making
Wednesday?
sure.
Well, that's next Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh my God, January is almost over already.
Yeah, look at that.
So the first
11 more months till Christmas.
is
know.
80s fantasy.
Time
Any
is
stipulations on that?
80s fantasy.
Drew, any stipulations like what movies count and what doesn't?
Just fantasy, not sci-fi.
So we have 4 days to account for.
Labyrinth.
I mean, it's an
Labyrinth's
80s.
definitely fantasy.
It's an 80s fantasy.
Willow, you can do Willow.
Willow, The
I
Dark
haven't watched the new one
Crystal,
yet.
Crawl.
The Last
Um,
Unicorn.
You could do The Sword and the Sorcerer, Conan.
We'll just
Sword
make
and
a-
the Sorcerer.
Conan.
Drew will be the arbiter of whether or not,
Okay.
if you have a question about something is fantasy, ask.
That's
Drew.
right.
All right.
And then you
So
start
that's
doing
one-
something, he'll be like, "No."
That's one topic for next month.
Mm.
I would
have-
say, I would just say anything that wasn't Star Wars but was fantasy related. I would allow it.
Mariah Carey.
Right, Carrie? She
What?
did that song Fantasy.
Earth, Wind, and
Oh,
Fire.
I was like,
Yeah, Earth, Wind, and
"Where are we
Fire.
going here?"
Sure, I like Earth and Fire.
Yeah, last night we were watching some Earth, Wind, and Fire videos, man. Party.
Have we ever done music for a drink and draw?
We should
like
do
album
music.
covers?
Like album covers or just, bands or
Oh, that might be not a bad idea.
music? Because I mean, like Kiss made a comic and
Yeah.
Alice Cooper did a comic, and I've seen comics of like the Beatles, and I don't know, that might be kind of fun.
Yeah, music.
And then there's like rappers like MF Doom who rapped like he was Dr. Doom.
Yeah, I remember that guy. I don't know his music, but I've seen him for sure.
Oh, he was good. He was real good. He passed away, I think, a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I remember seeing the memorial fan art.
But I mean, music might be fun.
Okay, so give me the how do I call it?
The album art of the.
Album art? You want to do album art?
I don't know.
Inspired by music.
Well, I'm going to do album art then.
Yeah, album art sounds good.
Are you doing the White Album?
There you go.
I could do the Black
That's
Album.
That will be one
Done.
of them for sure now. Of course, I'm going to go to the usual, the Iron Maidens.
Oh, what's his name? Eddie.
Eddie.
Eddie. Yep.
Can I do that Pink Floyd Rainbow that everyone's all mad about?
Yeah, do that.
You know, that pissed me off. All these
So
people.
album covers, album art. What is it? Album
Yeah, I guess so.
cover art, album art,
Sure.
album cover art.
And,
Okay.
there's been a lot of comics people did
Homage.
album covers. So
That's true.
Oh.
I know Adi Granov, who I follow on Facebook. He does the Tool album covers.
Oh yeah.
Oh. J.H. Williams III, he did album cover for a band called The Sword.
The S word.
Yes, word.
Jim Fitzpatrick, who did covers for like Thin Lizzy, he had done comics in the 70s.
Okay, so we got 80s fantasy and album cover art. Anybody else have anything they want to cover? Scott, you got anything besides Batman?
Yeah, Batman. What if we did like
Something that Sandy wants to draw.
what if we did one Wednesday in each month, Batman?
Yeah.
Do
John?
Wednesday in Adam's Family.
That'd be popular right now.
Adam's Family?
Adam's Family.
That's a good one.
That's 2 D's, right? 2 ADDAM.
Yeah.
Okay. One more topic then for next month. Should we do something with Ant-Man comes out next month
Oh yeah.
with Quantum Mania or
Yeah.
what makes a good Ant-Man topic?
Chinese superheroes.
Tiny superheroes.
Are there a lot?
Well, there was like Micro Woman from the cartoon Super Stretch and Micro Woman.
The Atom.
Yeah.
The Atom.
That's it.
Doll Man.
The Littles?
The Littles.
Man.
Could
The
Diaper
Littles.
Man shrink?
No.
Da, 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 da.
Well, well, you got
Whatever.
Atom Smasher, right?
Yeah.
Smasher.
He gets big, but yeah.
Doesn't he get small too? No?
I think he just gets big, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when Ultra 7 got small?
Yep. Went up the
Doll
girl's
Man.
nose.
Wasp, Hornet,
The Littles, whatever Arietti.
The Borrowers, yeah.
Yellow Jacket.
Did Yellow Jacket shrink?
Yeah.
I can't remember too much about Yellow Jacket. I just remember he was like in that costume and he flew
Violet.
around. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
that was-
Shrinking Violet.
That was Hank Pym, right?
Yeah.
But
Lasso Boy.
Throg.
Gorilla
Goliath,
Grog.
Bumblebee.
No, Throg.
Elastigirl.
Yeah, that's
Shrinking-
Gorilla Grodd's brother. Gorilla Grog.
Baby
The
Groot.
Mario Brothers are listed.
There was a
What?
cartoon.
Actually, the Mario Brothers, there
Yeah,
was a mushroom that
Because
made them tiny.
they would eat the mushrooms, right? And then
Yeah, there's one mushroom that made them tiny.
Man, that's stretching it, alright.
There was a cartoon for a superhero called Mighty Man, and
Yes, Mighty
whenever
Man, yeah.
when he activated his powers, he got small.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. Tom Thumb.
Tom
Atomic
Thumb.
THUMB. Entire
Tom
Private
Thumb.
Eye.
Yeah.
Yes, high private eye.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Don Martin art. And there's the one cartoon of the black girl where her boob pops out.
Whoa.
I mean, they don't show any nipple or
What's that?
anything, but it's like
Tom
you get
THUMB. Huh? Mario,
it's
yeah.
like a busty girl, you know, and like the boob pops out. It's like, wait.
One of them.
So what? Big hero, little hero? What do we call it?
I was joking around about the tiny ears, but people got excited for it. So, I guess it's an homage. It's for Ant-Man,
Yeah, I mean, it's
but
Yeah,
Ant-Man can
and-
get big too, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Giant Man, Ant-Man.
You just add a G and an I to his name when he becomes giant.
G-I-Ant.
G-Ant.
What should we call that one?
Size changing superheroes.
There you go.
How about big and small?
Big and small.
And that makes me think of Near and Far from Sesame Street.
Near
There you go.
and far.
Hey, did you see the Fua's sketch today
Yeah, the crocodile.
of the gator? Yeah, that's great.
I
Gator
love
King.
that one.
The alligator
She-
king to his seven
And
sons.
she did a really good job.
Mm-hmm. She's
Where the
doing
hell's
really good with
Napua?
the watercolors.
Napua needs to get in on some of this shit.
All right,
She's been cranking out a few, like at least 4 a day sometimes.
there you go. There's by Don Martin.
Nice. See what's great about that is like you don't even see the whole face, you know what I mean? But I mean you just see the the face and you don't see part of the head, but it's implied.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's like when I looked at this first, I thought it was a mustache, and that's his mouth. You know,
No, that's
like,
his mouth. Yeah.
yeah. I thought it was a mustache at first. Thinking, wait, that doesn't make sense.
And, I mean, these guys just figured it all out. It was just amazing. All right, now I gotta think of something else. Sergio Aragones is so fast. Like when I met him at the San Diego Comic-Con, he's like doing a sketch for me, and I said, "Oh, I'm one of Dave Thorne's friends," and immediately he's already like coloring the layer already, and I'm like, "Wow, I blinked, I missed it." It's amazing.
He came out here once, didn't he?
He did, but he had to leave because his father got really ill, and I think the father passed away shortly after.
Hmm.
But he did an appearance at Jellies back when it was Jellies was still in Prokai.
Yeah. Percy was telling me about him. He said he was great.
Yeah. It was so funny because I remember we went to a restaurant nearby. Percy took us to lunch, and Stan Sakai went. He was signing books, and then I guess he left to use the restroom, and Sergio grabbed a napkin and he drew like Usagi Yojimbo like all upset in like a hula skirt and everything, and with a ukulele, and he slipped it into the book. And when Stan opened up the book to sign it, he was kind of surprised, like, "Oh, what is this doing here?" But yeah, no, Sergio was really great. He's still so busy. It's amazing. It's like he never slows down.
All right, so let me just recap. So the lineup for next month is 80s Fantasy, album cover art, Adam's Family, and size-changing heroes.
Okay.
That sound okay?
Sounds like a plan.
All righty.
Mm-hmm.
Are we missing anything? I mean, I don't know. I mean, is there a way to see like what's like big in comics, like in certain months or something?
Yeah, probably if you go to like Diamond or something.
Oh, okay. I mean, just like in general, like February was this, or
Oh, you could. Yeah, there's a thing with like dates in history.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I wonder if San Diego Comic Con is doing the souvenir book again.
So on Wikipedia, they have a Portal Comics Anniversary is February, or whatever month you're looking for. So deaths and births and final issues of and debut of.
Oh, interesting.
So let's see, February. Quick, let me see if anything jumps out at me. Birth of Travis Carest.
Oh wow.
A lot of Italian artists there that I don't know. That's I don't know. Debut of Miss Peach. Debut of Hagar the Horrible.
Dick Brown.
Birth of Bruce Timm. First issue of Shonen Jump.
Oh yeah, let's do Shonen Jump.
Birth of Rich Buckler. Death of Jack Kirby.
Oh.
First publication of the Donald Duck Daily Strip. Birth of Phil Finger.
Did we ever do a Jack Kirby?
We did. Way back when, didn't we?
I don't know. We've done 80. This is our 85th episode, guys.
Is it 85?
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, in like 4 months, we're going to hit episode 100.
Whoa.
Be a big party for that one.
Yeah. What should be the topic?
I think for the 100 we do something to celebrate the local stuff.
Sounds like a plan.
Nah.
Yeah.
I know we've done the locals before, but it's Comic Jam Hawaii, so we'd be doing something Hawaii related.
Yeah. John.
We'll all draw Gordon Ryder.
We should try to get MP on here.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm still looking at the February comic history stuff. Bill Finger's birthday. Some of the stuff I never heard of the Gumps. Anybody know the Gumps?
Forrest?
Forrest? Yeah.
No, the Gumps, an American comic strip created by Sidney Smith.
Oh, no.
The last new strip of Peanuts came out in the year 2000 in February.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Gumps. Interesting.
Birth of Art Spiegelman. Birth of Matt Groening.
Matt Groening.
Birth of Ron Wilson. Birth of Kurt Swan. Birth of Jodorowsky. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on here, but just birth of Bodie, Mark Bodie.
Oh, wow.
I don't know this guy, but Wayne Boring. I just like the name Wayne Boring.
Oh, Superman.
Superman, yeah. Frank Bruner, Harvey Kurtzman, The Death of. Jodorowsky would be hard to do, though, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, he's done comics. He did the Meta Barons, and he did the Incal with Mobius.
Mobius.
The debut of Little Lulu.
Oh, wow. That's one of my mom's favorite comics.
I'm up to February 24th now. Let's see.
I don't think a lot of people know Little Lulu anymore.
Probably not, but they should, though. Those comics are good.
Parts. She never latched on the way like Betty Boop did, you know?
Little Lulu. You're talking about apples and oranges here. That's like.
But I mean, but in the zeitgeist, like Betty. No, it's the same time frame, really. But Betty Boop, people still know because she's like in stickers and on.
But Betty Boop is way older than Little Lulu.
Yeah.
Little Lulu is like she was sassy. She was like Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy.
Nancy.
And Sluggo.
Yeah, Nancy had Sluggo. Little Lulu had Tubby.
Ooh, first
like
issue
her.
of 2000 AD.
No.
That's only been out since 77. Seems like it's been longer than that.
There's a really good documentary about that on. It was on Amazon Prime. It was pretty neat.
Prime.
Birth of Milton Caniff.
Oh, Milk Caniff. Deep Canyon. They're in the parts.
First appearance of the Family Circus. By Bill Keane.
The Family Circus.
Right. I think I can live with what we got, though. We got the 80s fantasy, album covers, Addams Family, and size-changing heroes. All right. Good for me. How we doing on time? An hour? That's only an hour and 21 minutes? I'm going to have to draw something else.
I know. I'm the same way. I'm like, huh.
But I don't know what else to draw. Let's see. I've done Spy versus Spy in this movie before. What screams mad without being too obscure?
Draw Folden.
Good luck.
Let's see, can we get the fold in? Plan that out in advance, though. Let's see.
Are you guys watching nowadays on TV or anything?
I'm watching Doctor Who.
Yay.
The Jodie, what is it, Whittaker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that version.
I liked her. It's all right.
So I've watched seasons 11, 12, and I'm in 13 now. Watching Last of Us.
Yeah, everybody's
Oh,
talking
how's
about
that?
that one.
I didn't play the game, but the show's pretty good. I
Was
can tell
it
you
was
whether
a
or not
game?
it's- Yeah.
Yeah, it's based off of a video game.
Oh, interesting.
But the people that made the game are involved in the show, so.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't realize that anime Cyberpunk was based after a game too.
Like the director of the last episode was one of the co-creators of the game.
Oh, interesting.
So
I finally got around to watching RRR.
uh,
I like that.
that's super fun.
I enjoyed it a lot. Good.
That was Mark laughing.
Pork laughing. I just watched a Korean movie called Alienoid.
Oh yeah, how was that?
I mean, it looks really cool, and there are some interesting sequences in it. The effects in it look great.
I'm waiting
But-
for the butt.
It's kind of, there's a lot of silliness in it, which is okay. But the big butt is there's a child in it that I hate.
There you
Because
go.
It seems like any movie that has a kid in it, I hate that kid.
What's it called?
Alienoid,
Alienoid. Okay.
Alien toy.
and it looks like it's a franchise because the ending is like, it's open for the sequel.
Anybody seen the new 90s show?
I have not.
I did watch that. Yes.
I saw the first episode.
Kind of, yeah.
Didn't they try to do this before?
They did the 80s show, but that one was like
They did 80s.
totally, like it was a whole different group of guys, kids and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they weren't from that 70s show. It was like,
Yeah,
I see.
but this one they're at least trying to kind of connect it.
Yeah, it makes me wonder like who the show is for though.
Yeah.
People in the 90s.
well, again, I can only like just tell you like what my daughter watches. My daughter loves that 70s show. And like there's a group of kids that have been watching it in syndication for like the last, whatever 8 years or so that it's been in syndication, and they love it. So I'm thinking that this 90s show is for them because they got to be getting into like their 20s now, right? So
Mm-hmm.
It's weird for me watching it because I mean obviously there's a lot of sexualization in the show of teenagers. But the girl they have playing the lead, she looks like she's 12. Which is just makes it really weird for me. It's like
I always thought Donna was smoking hot in that 70s show. But I don't know. Talking about sexualization, have you ever watched a show called Euphoria?
I have not watched that one yet.
Heard of it, but I've never watched it.
I felt like maybe I shouldn't be watching it. Like I was watching it and I'm like, I don't know if I should be watching this. Like it's disturbing because it's like they're all supposed to be like high schoolers and it is very graphic. And there's a lot of craziness going on in this. And I don't know, I kind of felt like it made me feel really weird. Like I was like, I don't think I should watch this show.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Nah, not even that. It was just guilty. It wasn't even pleasure.
Okay.
I just feel like it was like it's like a, like I feel like you have to be you can watch Euphoria if you're under 18 or something, but if you're over 18, you go onto a registry or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just saw a few moments of it. Like, not for me. I don't know what this is about. Anything that deals with like teenagers, it's like, what do they know? Just get off my lawn. I remember the neighbors. This is when we were still living up in an area called La Crescenta. I guess the neighbor's kid, I think they were in junior high or high school, but they were hanging around next to our garage. I guess they were trying not to get spotted by their parents. And then it's like, hey, what are you guys up to? He goes, oh, nothing, just hanging out. Just told them, we'll take it somewhere else. And then they didn't left, so I beat them up, and they left. It's like teenagers, man.
I don't think I can do a fold in. I don't know. It's too much thinking. something simple. See if I can find some Sergio I copy.
So what was your take on Puss in Boots, Andrew?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
It was fun. Animation was good. There was lots of action. I enjoyed it.
Is Mike's gone?
I'm here. I'm just thinking, rather than have people stare at a blank, not empty.
Oh. I know, that's the thing. It's like Mad Magazine, I don't know. I mean, there was a couple of ongoing things, but yeah, there weren't really like characters. Even when you see Sergio Aragones, there was not really like recurring characters.
Like Dave Berg's The Lighter Side of had the same.
But just Sergio himself, he would draw himself in there, like painting and drawing and stuff like that.
Or even Bill Gaines himself would sometimes.
That's right. What was it, Mr. Kaputnik or whatever his name was for Dave Berg? But
You know what? I'm just gonna draw Sergio.
do it.
Hey, was Alfred E. Newman a real guy, based on a real guy, or it was just made up?
There was like, we were talking about it, I think, before you came on. But
Oh, that one. I was like, we talked about this.
I guess you said it was Feldstein saw a postcard.
Yeah, with the character on it. It was like this
And-
kind of like this kid.
And I was looking it up, and that image with the Alfred E. Newman on it, like that's old. That's like maybe even pre-1900. Like,
Ooh. But it was a real person.
I don't know if it was real or if it was a drawing.
It
I
was
mean, it
just an
looks
ad.
like a photograph, but it looks crazy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and then Alfred is definitely a more exaggeration of the character.
Kind of scary looking. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was disturbing.
Looks like a politician.
Disturbing.
Ah. That's enough to work on. Or maybe I'll just end it with that. I kind of think I was missing one issue of that Gru versus Tarzan.
Ooh, versus Tarzan.
Yeah, you got that one out, Mike.
I'm not sure. I don't have the whole set. No.
Oh, I thought it was only a 4-part of that. I like when Sergio did that destroys DC and massacres Marvel.
Mm.
And he did all those, like different origins of all the different superheroes.
Was Fred Hembeck part of Mad?
I don't think so.
Hembeck, I think, did some work for DC before he went to Marvel.
Oh,
Because
I
he
just
did a
remember his little
Destroy-
swirly elbows.
Yeah.
There's actually I think it's like I don't know if it was in Marvel Comics Presents, but it was like an anthology book. There's a comic that Hembeck drew that he didn't draw it in his normal style. Like he drew it like actually in the Marvel like style.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think
That must be
I'm not
interesting.
100%, but I think it was a Brother Voodoo story.
Wow.
Which Brother Voodoo is a character he used to always like to kind of play with when he did his Hembeck pages in the was it Marvel Age?
Marvel Age.
I just thought it was kind of neat seeing him do something not in that style.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Voodoo.
He did. There was a sister voodoo.
Yeah, Fred Hembeck made a Sister Voodoo.
That's funny.
How's our viewer count now? How can we go negative?
Because
Negative viewers.
you never got that $8.
We're watching them. I'm giving back the $8. Sergio did a Star Wars one too. That was kind of funny. Actually, didn't he also draw in, images in the was it the Star Wars Alien Dictionary or something?
Sergio?
I think he did the art in that one.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I couldn't say for certain, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. How long? 8:45. 15 minutes.
I'm working.
running out of
Hey,
steam.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Do it.
I wasted too much time trying to think of something. Then I just went into the
Yeah.
Sergio.
Well, it's 2 hours, but it seems to kind of fly by pretty quickly. We must be having fun.
Yay.
Yay.
You're not really selling it there, Scott.
Exactly.
I don't know. I've never been here and been like, is it over yet? I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't felt that way.
I have, but that's usually my problem where I'm like having an off day.
Yeah.
It's not because, but sometimes when I'm having those off days, the stream actually helps. It like picks me back up.
Yeah, because it kind of forces you to kind of do stuff, and that's what I like about this too. Like it gets you outside your comfort zone too. At some level.
Yes.
It is a nice exercise and doing stuff I might not normally do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before you know it, Covington's going to be here.
Yeah, I still got to do my bags.
Yeah, me too. Got to start on that.
Doing surgery, I think that was a good way to go. I've drawn stands before. It's only fair that I draw Sergio, right?
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Sergio.
I was think, I don't know why. I know why. There's this song by Jane's Addiction called Jane Says, and they mentioned somebody named Sergio in it. Anyway, every time I hear that song, I always think of Sergio Aragones because it's the only Sergio I know.
I don't know too many Sergios. I'm just looking at this thing where I guess on Mad Magazine they have.
Just thinking of all the artists I've drawn. Like Stan, I've done. We did Charles Schultz. I drew Charles. I've done. Oh man, my mind just went blank. Ghibli.
Miyazaki.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I haven't seen your moment. I've drawn Hayao Miyazaki.
No, I'm looking for ideas, and I see this Mad Magazine with Weird Al on it, and that's a reminder that I guess Weird Al is coming down over here, do a concert.
Yeah.
My wife asked me if I wanted to go to the concert. It's like, oh man, I don't know. It's like I'd love to see Weird Al, but I don't want to hang out with a bunch of people. I don't know if I'm going to go or not.
Yeah,
still debating.
I guess if you get that VIP pass, then you get the be there. You can go meet him.
It might be worth it. I haven't watched the movie yet. I want to see that movie. Weird.
Oh yeah. I was just thinking about his cartoon show. I mean, his kid show. It was like Pee-wee's Playhouse. It was a Weird Al show. Why did we decide to do Mad Magazine? Was this an anniversary?
No, just because.
Oh, okay. No, I thought maybe it was like would have been like the 100th anniversary or something.
Well, it was 70 last year.
Oh, okay.
We didn't do anything last year.
Publication or something, right? We're talking about different publications.
Yeah. Just give them some love, and they've been around forever, and we've all read them, and.
Yep.
We needed to do something.
Yep. I guess so.
We are the knights who say.
Yep. Oh, there you go. Mrs. Q.
All right, how we doing on time? Did I make it? Did I finish them in time?
Yeah, we got about 8 minutes.
All right. Time to spare.
Yay.
Is there now?
Seems like I can actually break out a paint pan and put some sparkle in his eyes.
I was trying to get the next Calabash book out. And I guess Comics World has some kind of special, but you got to print it by the 27th in order for it to get the deal. But it's not going to be done by then.
That's like Friday.
Forward.
Well, Jason is like editing half of the book already, so I just got to finish the other half of the cover. But it'll be fine. It'll be out by next month. It'll be in time for the hopefully in time for the collector show in February. I'm kind of surprised like all these shows are actually coming up already. Like I'm getting like these messages for not quite craft fairs, but more like a lot of food fairs. I guess that goes on during spring, I guess, like food and new product shows. But not sure if I'm gonna like do those if a lot of the comic cons are coming back.
All right, 8 minutes. Start wrapping up.
Yep. I got 6 minutes.
7 minutes.
7 minutes. 7.5.
I'll start doing last look. So here's my night. So we did Alfred E. Newman with the little shaka there for Hawaii.
Yep.
And then we did some Don Martin with this split app. And then we did Sergio.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you got him.
That's
It's his mustache. That's like his trademark,
Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I just have one.
All right. Big Bad Drew.
Oh. Is that Bill Gaines?
Yeah, it's Bill Gaines. Check.
But I said it was Bill Gates. So what? That's Bill Gaines in the Jack in the Box. So right?
Yeah.
All right. Who's next? Oh, there's Scott. All right, Scott. We got. Look, hey, look, he did a Sergio also, and Super Alfred.
Nice.
And the Gru and Spy versus Spy and Mad in the Mad style. All right, good stuff, Scott.
I wonder who designed the logo of that.
All right, who's next? We got.
All right, I guess I'll end the night. So I've got this abstract art here.
All right.
Oh wait, it's upside down. Sorry. There you go.
Is that your green sheet?
Yeah, it is. It's my coloring thing. So yeah, Spy versus Spy in Hawaii. We got Alfred E. Newman. Is it blurry or is it clear?
It looks like a Leica.
Okay. I did Gordon Ryder in the style of Sergio.
Oh, that's good.
That was great.
It's interesting how he does the pants and the feet. That's very distinct, And so, last thing I did was I did a scene.
Wow.
You did a fold in. You did a fold in.
I did a fold in. A little
Wow.
folded. And it's Comic Jam.
Wow.
Hey!
Do that again.
Wow! Look at you. That's fantastic.
Impressive.
Ah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you did it because I was
Yeah,
trying to
Chase
do one.
Bunny. I don't know. It's just random sketching. You know, it wasn't really planned
Yeah.
out very well either. But
Show
That's
off.
great.
Show off. Ron, nothing, right?
No.
All right. Okay, so reminder for next month, we're doing. So next week will be 80s fantasy, and if you're not curious, if you're
80s
not sure if it's fantasy or not, ask Drew.
that's up your
That's
guys' alley.
great.
That's definitely your guys' alley.
Album covers after that, album cover art.
Mhm.
So Ron and I will be doing Eddie's.
Mhm.
I'll do that Abbey Road.
I told you in high school art class we did murals for the cafeteria, and I got paired up with the metalheads.
Oh, fun.
So we did 2 album covers with like the Eddie with the Puppet Master one, and what was the other one? I think the Death Dealer kind of thing. And then we got
That's Molly Hatchet.
Yeah, Molly.
No, we did 2 Eddies. I'm trying to think what the other one was. I just can't remember what it was. But we got it done, and then they wouldn't let us put it up.
Oh.
So what? It went to Gary Baldoff's
Stifled.
house. He was
Censored
the
again.
metalhead. He was the metalhead that wanted it. Gary Baldoff. I still remember the name. So we ended up having to do another one with just the school mascot, the bulldog.
You can do Nirvana off the deep end.
Okay, so album cover art, and then on the 15th we'll do Addams Family, and then the last one for February besides Changing Heroes. So I'll get that up. Get my scans into the album. I don't think I put my one in from last week. Last week was an off week for me. Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Alrighty.
Thanks,
Good to see
everybody.
y'all.
That was fun.
Yeah.
And we'll say aloha.
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 Aloha.